Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We're doing a special show tonight, which is about ParaUnity. So I've got one or two friends joining us, and there's some joining us throughout the show. And let's introduce Damon Penny. How are you doing, Damon?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, it's great to speak to you. I haven't spoken to you for a while. So you do podcasts, don't you?
Yeah. Me, Ben, and Lou do the Other Dimension. It's more of a pod channel than a podcast because obviously Lou does divination shows. I do random pop-up shows. Ben does his occult and science shows. So it's more of a pod sort of channel than a podcast. But yeah, our main one goes out on a Friday, 7 till 8 p.m. The Other Dimension show where we talk crap for about an hour. So it's great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We're going directly out to US at the moment. It's about 1 o'clock there. So hi, if you're joining us from the US as well on a Sunday afternoon. So yeah. And we have Kathy.
Hi.
So do you have a page or a group, or are you in a team?
I have a team of me. So
That's
it's
cool.
North
I
Bucks
have as well.
Paranormal. Yeah, there was 3 of us. One died, another one lost interest. So now I just use my page for putting stuff on that I've done, or my daughter's interviews, because she does those quite a lot apparently.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's brilliant. Okay, so just check out these groups as well. I'll put them all on my live later on. So yeah, it's nice just to meet different people. And in a minute, we've actually got Lou. Hello, Lou. So Lou has actually been out today. Yeah, what have you been up to?
This weekend we've been to the Daxtonbury Festival, which is in the aid of one of the cancer charities. Even. Oh my gosh, my brain's fried.
Oh, wow, bless you.
But yeah, so I've been out in the sun a lot because me and Ben do Viking reenactment. So we were invited down there to take part in the Viking village that they've got. Because although it's like a music festival, they've also got a few other bits and bobs that people can come and watch and take part in throughout the day.
Sounds brilliant. So you work with Damon as well, and you're on the podcast on the channel, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
You do your own divination show as well.
Yep. Yeah, I just did one this last Thursday. Then I try and do it every 2 weeks, but sometimes other things crop up.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do, don't they? The thing is, like, we've all got lives outside of this as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
So you do your paranormal, you do this, that, but it's only a small part of who we actually are.
Yeah. And you know what? Just to throw in there, when you start meeting up with people in the paranormal world and you start hearing their backgrounds and what they do, like beyond the whole paranormal thing, big shout out to Morph, thank you. When you start meeting people outside of the paranormal and finding out what they do when they're not speaking to people on a Friday night that don't exist, like, it's such a diverse amount of people. You meet engineers and school teachers and policemen and reenactors. I mean, I went down with Ben and Lou the other week, and Ben taught me how to fight, and Lou, we was in the little Viking village, and I felt at home because me being Viking myself.
Yeah, we missed you this weekend. It wasn't the same.
It was the little shirt that does it, isn't it? A little bit of chest on the show. Everyone's like, "Hey!"
Oh wow!
That in your hair, honestly.
That must be brilliant, though. Do something like that.
Yeah.
You see, I do finance as a job. I do hot air ballooning. I'm in a drama group, and I do photography. So this all goes on outside paranormal as well. So you have different circles of friends for everything, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
It's quite different. So what else do you do then, Kathy?
I like to hang out at Pop World. That's become a thing. Yeah, I hit my 40s and I turned 12 again. It was great.
That's brilliant. And why not? Your life's too short, and you've just got to do what makes you happy, really, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I'm a lunchtime supervisor. I work with kids. I've been in schools for 11 years. I do readings and stuff as well.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. Yeah. So basically, you know, we're all different people, and we're brought together through our interest of the paranormal, and most of whom I've actually met through various pages, through shows, through things like that. And it's absolutely lovely, isn't it, when it works?
Yeah.
So I'm just sharing out,
Yes.
so you just have to ignore me. I'll just get it onto my other page. But yeah, so what we'll do now is look at what is ParaUnity then. So it's a phrase, it's in the dictionary. So the phrase unity is the state or fact of being united or combined into one as the parts of a whole. So it's unification, absence of diversity, unvaried or uniform character, oneness of mind, feeling, etc. It's among a number of persons, concord, harmony, or agreement. So that's unity. So stick that with para. And so, how do you think it works then, Damon? ParaUnity.
The way you read that, I felt it was being like, you know, like when station tapes, I was gonna nod off.
They're not boring. That's the drama. That's the drama bit coming out. You see, delivery.
The thing, it's a great thing in the sense of like it's something that would benefit the paranormal field so much, but that's all it is. It's a theory. It's never going to go any further than a theory.
Mm.
Yeah, because people, you have ego, you have narcissism, you have bullying happening all the time, and you have teams out there that have literally just stepped foot on the scene and don't really know much about it, trying to tell other teams who have been doing it for like 20, 30 years what they're doing wrong and stuff. At the end of the day, like, you know, I was always taught that you respect your elders and you learn from your elders and you learn from people that are experienced, and it just doesn't work. It's just ego trip, narcissism, people that just want to push people apart. I know that I'm ranting now, but it's something that really, really like pees me off because I can't stand it. Because I grew up being bullied in school. I was a big kid.
Okay.
In school, when I see it happen, it drives me insane. And after having like my combat training and all that sort of thing, I just want to kick the crap out of people, but I have to calm myself down and rein myself in. Yeah. In general, great idea, fantastic idea. You know, on paper, it would be the step forward that we need within the paranormal community, but it's never going to.
But I don't think we generally have unity in any other sort of form of environment, do we?
Of course we do.
Do you get it in the Vikings? Yeah, you work together, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of competition between Vikings. They are everything I've been in. I go through. I've been in equestrianism. I've done the Viking stuff, doing the paranormal stuff. Every single one that I've been in, you always get sort of like the people who decide, oh, we're doing this, we don't like you for this reason, we think we're better than you. You get it through everything. And so the rest of us, we kind of just all stick together. It's been the same, like say, the question competitions I used to do. You just stick with the like-minded people, your friends. You make new friends all over the country. Reenactment, same thing. You just ignore the ones that think they're better than each other. You make your own friends. Again, you see each other at different shows, different events, all over the country. Same with the paranormal. We've all come together, you know. Then you've got the people who think they're better than everybody else, and just leave them to it, and we'll just get on doing our own thing.
Lou, when we were at Blood Axe the other week, right? Now, bear in mind, I was a complete outsider. I never met these guys before. When I walked into Blood Axe, I never felt so welcomed by everybody ever. Everyone was just so like, yeah, come and join in. You're going to join in the fight, and you're going to do it. It was amazing. The way they sort of welcomed me in was amazing. And when we say that we don't have unity in other things, well, I'm a dustman. I work as a dustman in my spare time because I do is more.
Takes a lot. Yeah.
But we have a union down there, and now we are going out together to sort of take on the company because they're not paying us enough. Like, we are the second lowest paid dustman in the country, so we've got unity there. Unity is possible, but everybody being in the same frame of mind to bring unity together.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a comment here from Lois. Lois can't join us tonight because she's getting ready for her show tonight. So she's so glad that she met me and she shared. Thank you so much. ParaUnity, certain people need to look up because they don't know the meaning of it. She stepped away from paranormal but does podcasts because it's become so bad to extend addresses. And addresses are getting spilled. And the person doesn't even live there. That's recently happened with John Sixcents.
Yes.
Someone shared out his address and people were going round to the house and he hadn't lived there for ages. So somebody who was somebody in the paranormal field was actually related to the person who lived in the house. And they're just getting like loads of things, people knocking on the door and stuff. And it's absolutely shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Trying to destroy each other by bad lies as well. Yeah. There's no end of like half-truths and lies and stuff.
No.
Positive, though, met great people, and I have as well.
Yeah.
And that's what I tend to do. Like, I do my own version of ParaUnity. About, oh God, I don't know, time flies.
Yeah.
2-3 years ago, I was invited into a group called ParaUnity. So this was actually set up by a lovely lady in Canada, Robin, and I did invite her on the show, but she's out and about today. It's Sunday afternoon, out and about, having a great day. And it was the idea of getting people to come together, to chat, to share each other's content. Oh, take care, Lois. And, it was great. We started, and John Sixcents was in that at the beginning as well. But that didn't last too long. But hey ho. But, and a lot of us got to know each other there. And there's a lot of the message box still continues. The group doesn't continue as much as it used to do. But, I post my links in there and they share it out for me. And if someone posts something in there, I'll share it out for them. Because Facebook tends to stop you from sharing as well. Like, if you try and share so much, they'll just put you on a ban, won't they? So the principles of that was brilliant. But I did find, like, there was a particular person, he'd sort of just got into sort of paranormal. He just started out. He started doing lives and shows and things like that. And he joined, and then after a while, he wasn't getting all his content shared out. So he left that group and set up his own group called it. It was about ParaUnity.
Yeah. Joe, I find as well, Jack, that's quite common is people will use ParaUnity to gain more sort of notoriety within the paranormal world. They will start a group called ParaUnity because it's all together. But like, word, but it's not. It's not. ParaUnity should be everybody. Whether you've got a problem with this person or you've got issues with this person, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, like, you are all working towards the same goal. Everybody's working to answer the question: life after death. Do we believe in interdimensional beings or beings that live on another plane? What we are? Right, same question. The answer to the same question. So why would you not work with somebody to get to that? It's like, for instance, if you've got two people that are working for a cure on cancer, and them two won't go together, you ain't going to get a cure. But if they work together, you'll get there. So you're better in humanity by working together. It doesn't matter if you've got problems with a person or not. You know what I mean? The other dimension, the show itself, we welcome anybody on. We've had great guests. We've had guests that are not too good. But at the end of the day, we're still a platform. So everybody can come on and talk about what they want to talk about to spread knowledge. And we don't judge people on whatever their views are.
Oh, and here's a guy, Justin. Justin's cool. Justin organises events, and I've met him. We've investigated a few times, and yeah, it's great. Organises events, different people, they go in, they work together. I think me and Justin set up our own groups at about the same time. I've got one where I book locations and just have invited like-minded people. I haven't really gone public on it. I've got about 44 people in there. Oh, that's precise. About 44 people in there, and we just book and then say who wants to come, and it's just a share of energy. And there's no egos, and like the first one, like Gary Fields came from Ellesmere Port, Mark Dudley came from Cambridge Way, and like different people just came along, and I'd only met in Facebook land, and it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
When you actually get to meet these people, you kind of feel like you know them already. So let's now finally get to talk to Kathy. Hello, Kathy.
I apologise. I'm a chatterbox. I'm sorry.
I'm here as well. So, like, Justin, just get this one in quick. Justin only like-minded investigators and other teams, and that's it, isn't it? But Kathy, what about your thoughts on ParaUnity? Your sound's gone. Oh no. Oh no, you chance to speak and it's just gone a bit okay. You're right, you're back.
Yeah. When I find that ParaUnity is a great, fantastic idea. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hello. No.
Is it back?
Yes.
Back.
Yes.
Is it there?
You're
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your theory is wonderful. In practice, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. I mean, I'm on my own. I enjoy going out with other teams and meeting new people. But when there's just clashing and it's not a nice place to be.
Yeah. There is a lot of negativity in the
paranormal
field, isn't there?
Yeah, there's far too much.
And
there's some really nice teams out there, but then when you really get to know them, they can be quite toxic as well. So, at the moment, I'm quite enjoying just flitting about here, there, and everywhere. It's rather nice. But yeah, I'm happy to work with anybody until I see the other side of them, and then it's like, no thanks.
Yeah, that's it.
If you're not up for sharing, then don't say, oh yeah, we like to share in this and the other.
Yeah. Would you like to join us, Justin? If you want to join us, I'll send the link out to you. So still
always comes out.
Still having a few sound issues, Kathy. Yeah, Justin, he's totally agrees with you, and he's met a few like that. So yeah, I find you do meet somebody, and like I've had it a few times where you meet someone, and then they get to know you, then all of a sudden, like, okay, I didn't know anyone, and I wasn't really that much on Facebook. I didn't have my group then, and I used to go out on the local ghost hunting scene with my friends. But not many wanted to do it. So often I'd go then on my own to events. But then I got to know each other, people, because, the more you sort of get to know people on a circuit. And there's this girl who I met, and we started arranging to go to the same one and stuff. Oh, bless you, Justin. And we started getting on, and we started going to these things, and it's wonderful. But then I told her about an experience I had where basically I was at Matlock Pavilion, and this little girl basically jumped in me.
Yeah.
She took control of the lower part of my butt. Well, basically from my nose downwards, she kind of took control. So it's really odd, very, and it freaked me out for 6 months because I wanted answers. So I was asking everybody, what's happened? Tell me what's happened. And, oh, bless you. And, I was asking mediums and stuff. And I was making comments on other pages and groups. And then she was like making comments about me on some of the groups. And I knew it's about me, but she's still my friend. And then I realised what she was doing and stuff. And yeah, she was being catty. And, why was that? Just because I had this weird experience, I could have said, is this trance? I didn't know quite what it was. So, and it's there, isn't it, really?
Mhm.
But I'm just trying to get the link now to send to Justin. We've got Nick Millay coming on soon as well.
Yeah.
So let's get Justin.
When you mentioned about people as well being individuals, I mean, me and the team, we've been going now for. Well, I started investigating with the team when I was 18 years old. I turned 35 at the end of July, so it's been a long time. And a long time ago, we come across somebody. I don't know if anyone heard of him. I'm call him out. Can't stand it. His name is Mickey Gokul. Anyone come across him? He used to be the investigator at North London Paranormal. He saw that we were, he jumped straight away, and he promised us the world. I'm going to be the most haunted. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. All you got to do is do this for me, do this for me. So we was going out, we was doing investigations for him, like at private houses and that, basically doing all his work for him. And it turns out the guy was fraud, and he sold the team out down the road.
Oh, I'd heard of them. Somebody won. Oh, hi, Ben.
Who is that?
Hey, Ben. You're right. And here we've got Justin as well. Hi, Justin.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Just get me specs on something.
Just got a comment here from Justin Clifford. There's a lot of unmentionables in the paranormal. Oh, it's a complete nightmare, isn't it, Justin? Yep. It really is. And
I agree.
You've just got to watch where you tread carefully.
He says unmentionables, Jack, but if anybody's going to call him out on the show, it'd be me, Ben, and Lou. We've got a habit of calling out people that are fake. I don't know if you've seen that conversation that Ben had on the phone with the demonologist that was going to charge him 250 quid to get rid of the. But never met him. That was brilliant.
Yeah, well, that started off on my show. On my page, some Muppet posted, "Oh, if you've got a demon, please contact me." I was actually away enjoying myself on holiday, and I missed it. So, we've lost Justin.
It's all right. I've still got the recording of that one.
Yeah, and it's absolutely awesome. Oh, where's Justin go?
It is live on our YouTube. If anyone wants to check that, head over to our YouTube. It's live on there. Ben literally calls this guy out, blatant to his face, says, "Look, you are lying to the thousands of people that are locked in right now." And the guy just ignores it and just carries on talking like nothing has happened. It was brilliant.
Yeah, that's it. They do want mentioning as well. But I've heard that London paranormal team, I've heard from someone else that they've had an issue with them as well. So... Right, I don't quite know what's happened to Justin. I do want to speak to him.
Hello, I'm here. I was just sharing it to my page, but it kept kicking me out while I was sharing it.
Oh, bless you.
There was a technology.
So, Justine, what do you think of paranormal, ParaUnity?
As a whole, it's never going to exist because not everyone is capable of it, I don't think. But I mean, I've worked with public groups and been a team member on public groups, and on that side of the paranormal, there was so much bitchiness, and everyone's out for themselves. And it's just like, nah, that's not for me. Yeah. Which is really why I set up on my own. It's like I got tired of doing like the same old things, like your Ouija board, glass divination, and all that rubbish. There's got to be something more to this. So then that's why I set up on my own. I've learned so much more doing investigations on my own with like-minded other people like yourself, and a whole host of them. It's been so much better. And between investigators, like proper investigators, I do believe that ParaUnity exists.
You can have pockets, I think.
Yeah.
And the people that I associate with and the people around me are absolutely fantastic. They really are, and they are from different places of the country. And like on my group, I let people share. I let people share as long as they're not like promoting themselves too much and trying to make money out of it.
Yeah, because you don't want your page
then draw the line. Fair enough. If people want to have an event and sell tickets for an event, they're public and they've got a business and they're openly doing what they're doing. I've worked for one, but yeah.
like you're I feel like you're sort of calling us out here, Jack, me and Ben and Lou, because we only charge £400 for a show. Like, it's only to be...
I don't know what I've missed, so I'm just going to sort of catch up with things. But with the ParaUnity, it's been tried in other fields. So reenactment, for example, what me and Lou do, it has been tried. The theory's brilliant, but the practicality doesn't work. Yeah. It can't. It's too. You get too much politics involved. So
it's down to human nature, isn't it? An ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you've
once
got
that gets
people
involved,
want to rule. People want to rule whether they've got experience or not experience.
Yeah.
And then they think like everyone should like agree, obey to what they say, and nah.
It's the same with like people call themselves experts. Like no one's an expert.
Yeah, I love that.
We're all continually learning.
I
do love that.
I am renowned for calling people out on being experts.
Yeah. The thing is, right, in all seriousness, me and Ben, we had a message from someone once, and they was like, how's things out in Hollywood? How's things driving the Ferrari and that? Because we have a Patreon, right? And they seem to have this fallacy that we are like super duper. I was just like, no, the Ferrari and the mansion goes really well on like £19. Like, the Patreon literally covers for us to have like a premium StreamYard, and that's it. That is it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I always say to people, if you're getting into the paranormal to be rich and famous, you are so deluded because you are getting into the wrong field, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just be open about it and just become an actor, really. Yeah. You know, rather than trying to go down this route, because, you know, obviously we see some of the big teams getting all the gold stars and subscribers and everything like that. But yeah, wait till you've got to file your tax returns if you're registered. So what I'm saying, because a lot actually registered because they wanted to go out in lockdown, didn't they? So they became registered businesses. Now it's a year on, they've got to go and file their accounts. Enjoy, dudes. I'm an accountant.
But all seriousness, what we also got to remember is if see these big teams that are charging stars and these big teams that, you know, I swear a little bit, sorry, but they give really big bollocks, right? Yeah. Like, we can destroy your team right now. It's a whole prison scenario, right? If all the little got to, they would highly outnumber these big teams and could easily.
Yeah, that's true as well. Yeah.
But I'm so glad to have met all of you. I haven't met Damon or Kathy, but I've met, you know, a lot of decent people within the field, and that's through meeting people on Facebook, really. So I've got some comments here. Then Nicola. So I've met Nicola. She's got her own page. So ParaUnity does exist, but often goes unnoticed. There's people that truly believe in the concept don't plaster it all over the net to get views. That's correct. I haven't been investigating for the past 6 months. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. Nicola.
Thoughts are with you, Nicola. And if you ever want an hour or something, and good luck to you on that. But yeah, you know, you do a lot on your group and page. Definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
A quick shout out to Penny Wallace. Hello. We've got, where are we going?
Hey, as well.
Hi, we've got Jeremy York. Oh, bless you. Yeah. Hi, Jeremy. I've got Nick joining us soon. So,
Jack, can I just jump in and say as well,
Yeah.
like with the other dimension, much as we do, a lot of the money that we make, we don't. I don't think Ben and Luke, but I've only just started. But we've had a massive influx on Patreon, where we've got quite a lot of people coming in. So what I do every month is I take out the StreamYard fees, and whatever we've got left over, we donate to a mental health charity that specialises in men's mental health, because both me and Ben suffer with that. We donate the rest.
Wow, that's brilliant.
That's brilliant.
Well done, guys.
Because a lot do go down the Patreon group, but they work to provide content as well, don't they? you know, and I know quite a few teams who I've met and who I go out to investigate with. But I don't know. I just don't want to sometimes promote these teams. There you go. Oh, we've got Wild Bill. Oh, I think Wild Bill wanted to join us. I put the link in things if you want to join us.
The man, the myth,
Yeah, I'm speaking to Wild Bill tomorrow night between 8 and 9:30, which is 3 till 4:30 EST.
Yeah, but Jack, you say you're talking to him tomorrow night. You won't be doing much talking.
Well, we know. I used to. Yeah, I used to be on Haunted Antiques Network with him, and I know Wild Bill is absolutely awesome. If you look on the Things Network, I can send it directly to you, Wild Bill. So that's going to kill all of us talking. If Bill has it. So let's send that to Wild Bill, though, shall we?
Also, Jack, as well, Ben might back me up with this one. When you sort of take this whole idea of ParaUnity and you move it over to like our field of study, when you go into like the paganism, the occultology, and that, there is the law of three. So whatever you put in, you get out threefold. You know, and I think as well, when you've got people that are being narcissistic, people that are being that are bullying. Our big shouts out to Kate. She's an amazing listener of ours. Really, really good on Ben's staff, and she is absolutely amazing. But Ben, you know what I'm talking about, the law of three. Whatever you put in, you get out threefold. So if you're narcissistic in the first place, you're going to get that back threefold, aren't you?
Yeah, or you end up running across someone like me that just gathers information and proof of evidence and then just sits on it until the adequate moment when I have to present it.
It's the man. Welcome, Bill. Long time.
Welcome. And how are you doing?
I heard somebody speak my name.
Yeah.
Summoned from the depths.
Oh, wow. I'm looking forward to chatting to you tomorrow. So it's great to see you here. So we're discussing ParaUnity then, Bill. What do you think? Wild Bill, sorry. Must address you correctly. So what are your thoughts on this then?
Do I now? I'm sorry. What do I think about it, basically?
ParaUnity, yeah.
Just something that will never happen. An enigma. It'll never happen. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I just have tuned in, so I really haven't heard what y'all had to say about it and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great idea. Let's put it like that. But so was the human race. That was a great idea, and you see how it went.
Yeah, sort of trashing the world, aren't they, to be fair?
Yeah, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But there's Lou. There's the boss.
Hi.
Hey, Lou. I thought Ben was going under your name for a change.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I should do.
You know. But anyway, Jacqueline, I'm sorry. She popped on real quick. Me and Lou, we hate each other, so I had to say something to her. And you know, I watched their show not for Ben, but for Lou. She keeps Ben and Damon grounded.
That's cool.
You know, so I give my respects to Lou. Basically what I'm trying to say when I give my respects to her, I feel sorry for her.
Oh wow.
It's not that bad.
So
okay, but let me say bye to my son real quick.
Oh, hi! I was just about to ask who was with you.
That's Cody. That's Cody, the one that everybody considers alternate Jesus.
Oh, is
that awesome? We're honored to meet you.
Which is nice meeting y'all as well. Sorry, I'm having to head out.
Yeah, he's got to leave. He lives.
Oh, bless you.
He lives a good distance from here. But
safe journey.
All right, son. I'll see you maybe next weekend or whatever.
All right,
we'll talk.
Bye, Katie.
Right.
Cheers.
But anyways, okay, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Kate,
ParaUnity bit. The ParaUnity bit. Well, real quick, what I was going to say is when everybody considers him the alternate Jesus, I just look at him and I go, you know what? You know what that makes me then, don't it?
I've got someone else here. Right.
Bring him on, bring him on, bring him on. Oh,
hey everyone.
Hey Nick.
Hey Nick.
Sorry I'm late. Work was busy as hell, so I was going as fast as I could. So I'm sorry I'm late.
You know what, Nick? You know, like they say, you know what excuses are, right?
Yeah.
Excuses. What kind of rating are we running today on this show? What rating? I know if Jeremy's on the show, it's PG.
Jeremy's been watching, so it's
no, but he's
PG.
not on the show. He's just watching, so all he can do is cuss me out after.
No, it's a PG. It's a my show, so yeah,
we're behaving.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You should have heard me before I went live. I was cursing like one.
All right, Nick. I'll put it like this, then, Nick. I
washed my mouth out with soap before I started.
but Nick, I'll put it like this, Nick, just for you and PG. Excuses are like a-holes. Everyone has one.
You've got my bird screaming now.
But on that note, it's better late than never, Nick.
Yeah, in the end.
for once I beat him to a show. Okay. But anyway, Jacqueline, as you were asking, the ParaUnity deal, you know, I've always talked about ParaUnity, always wanted it. Even when we were with HAPRC, I was always on the deal about ParaUnity. But the thing is, as long as you have egos and drama, you're never going to have ParaUnity.
Yeah.
Do what?
Nobody was talking. That's weird.
Somebody was talking. Somebody
said
Bill. Who was it? I mean, is there somebody else that is audio on this feed and we don't know it?
No.
Might have been me when I was walking back in.
You didn't sound like a lady.
Or is this a spirit that's talking to me, going to y'all? And I mean, what is this? Because I'm looking at Kathy. She's not saying anything. Lou's not saying anything. Lou Jr. ain't saying anything. Nick wasn't saying anything. Damon, I mean, nobody was saying nothing. I mean, I was walking. I mean, it sounded more like Jacqueline, but she wasn't talking.
It's weird, isn't it?
I've
heard
bizarre.
that now 3 times. 3 times on this so far. I've heard it, and it's like, who's talking?
Yeah, it's like earlier I was looking at Kathy because I thought that's Kathy, but it wasn't. So I don't know
What it is Kathy hasn't told us. She is a ventriloquist. She can speak without moving her mouth.
That's brilliant.
But anyways, back to the ParaUnity deal. As long as we have the mass egos that we have out there, and the drama and the lying, we can't have ParaUnity. That's the reason why I distanced myself from teams and not being on teams and stuff. What's going on? Is Nick having a hard time?
I don't know what's going on. It sounds like someone's flushing the toilet.
It was my cat jumped up. She wanted to sit on my lap, and I was trying to help her up, and then all of a sudden she got mad.
That's the reason why I asked if Nick was having a hard time. I mean, it was looking like he was having difficulties over there trying to sit in a chair. Because I was going to tell somebody to bring out the rope, bungee cords, or something, and strap his PG. Hold on, Wild Bill, PG. To strap his hiney in the seat. There we go.
Oh, that's cool.
But
okay.
but I just don't. I mean, it's a great idea, and you know, it's a great idea. But I just don't think it will ever happen due to those facts that I stated.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like, why can't people be more like me and don't care?
Oh, bless you.
I mean, I could care less what a person thinks about me, whether they believe me or they don't, because I'm still going to believe in what I believe. I'm not out for no ego, no nothing, because I'll tell you, I'll be the first one to tell you, no, I don't have it, and I don't. I could care less, because like it irritates that, and I think they do it on purpose. When Damon and Ben, the legend, look at it, like, no, I'm just me. I'm just me. That's it. I'm nothing more than that. All I have is my experiences and my tales, and nothing elaborated from that. And but the people out there, they want to be like Zach Baggins. They want to be like, I mean, they want the name, they want the title. Hell, the only title I got is Wild Bill, and I'm happy with that title. Well, I do have the one of the Reverend, but I told Jeremy, and I don't know if Jeremy told Nick, but due to there being one on the Things Network, a Reverend, I'm never going to use that moniker because I don't want to step on his toes.
Yeah, that's it. Bless you.
None of that kind of stuff, which is fine with me. Because the people who know me will know who I am and what I am. And that's all that matters. And there again, take it with a grain of salt, whatever. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But I will work with any kind of paranormal, because like I said, I basically got away from teams. As a matter of fact, Jacqueline, that team I was with over in the UK, yes, we got away from that one big time too. So,
good for you, but you stayed with them far too long, mate. Well, but there you go.
No,
you do what you do.
No, I didn't. He wouldn't take me off.
Oh, okay, fine.
I finally had to just come on there and say, "Look, dude, take my name off." Nothing.
We're not discussing. We're not going to mention Cupcake here, are we?
I was just telling you.
Bill, what is it you said about excuses a minute ago?
Well, there is no excuses. I told him when I don't feel like I am gaining anything or anything like that or contributing, that I don't feel like I'm part of it, so take me off. That's what I said. What excuse did I use? Tell me which one real quick. Refresh my memory. I have CRS disease.
They're like a-holes. Everyone's got one, haven't they?
Well, yeah, but what excuse did I give? No, what excuse did I give?
You was passing the butt, Bill. We all see you passing the butt. You was going, it wasn't me. They kept on song.
Oh, Jacqueline, that's not an excuse. Jacqueline understands what I'm talking about.
I know what you. I know exactly.
That was no excuse.
And that was kind of ParaUnity, because everyone got on with that person, and then things happened, and you don't want to get on with that person anymore.
That was only ParaUnity within that group. I'm talking.
And you kind of like.
I'm talking ParaUnity in a whole.
Yeah.
Where everybody reaches. I mean, it doesn't matter whether I'm talking to the UK, Australia, India, to Ben and Damon, US, whatever. It doesn't matter where or who I'm talking to. We all think alike. We all feel alike. We all respect each other. There again, one of my key words, respect.
Yeah.
And the other one being truth. And I tell people about truth. Man, I'm going to tell the truth every time, because I sure as heck don't want to try to remember what I said in a lie. Because when you tell one lie, it just continues growing. And it gets to the point, and like I tell people, the person who lies is finally going to be caught, for the simple reason you can only remember so long what you said and to who you said it to.
Yeah.
It's going to catch up with you. So why lie? And everybody, I think pretty much that everybody knows me. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm deciding on whether I'm going to take it off or not. So the beard, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do.
Oh, bless you.
So, and
okay. Cheers for that, Wild Bill.
I look like a mangy cat or something. I don't know. But anyway,
you look like
God, that sidetracked me.
Santa, Bill. It's quite cool. You got that sort of Santa goes serial killer look. It's quite good.
Oh wow!
You could have said Krampus and made me happy.
Oh my gosh!
What I love about Bill, he's always got a really good way. When you sort of talk to him, he's always got a way of describing things that make you just literally belly laugh. It's great.
Well, I mean, it's bad. I mean, Santa. I killed Rudolph last year. I'm going for Santa this year.
Oh my gosh.
But
What
anyway,
Eli?
Jacqueline, as we were saying, though, I wished everybody could get along. But
Yeah.
it's not going to happen because there's people out there that want to try to be better than others. I mean, I'll tell you real quick. I might know a little bit. There they go again. There's that talking again.
Yeah, I heard that again too.
There is, and it's not an echo. Now that is somebody's got an echo going on.
There went again. What the heck is that?
There is an echo. There's an echo.
Oh, it is an echo.
I'm still going to believe what I believe.
Background. That's what it is. It's replaying what we're saying.
Yeah, that's it.
Huh.
Okay, so we'll just break quickly then. We've got Cheryl. Cheryl, sometimes I think that the paranormal field aligns itself to George Orwell's book Animal Farm. There are always people seeking out power and control, want to be top of the hierarchy, not interested in the fact that we're all equal and working towards the same goal. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about it. Just because I'm a member of the Masons and the Illuminati doesn't mean nothing.
No.
I
do that on a show that I done as well when we was talking to one of the guys who was doing ParaUnity. I described it as like a mafia sort of thing. Like when the head of the mafia dies, there's that power vortex, and someone fill that hole. So they will do whatever they can. They'll trick people. They will make people feel like crap just to fill that hole to be the head of the family, and that's what it's like in the paranormal field.
Well, see, like I was going to say. I tell people, now there's many people out there who are better than I am, that know more than I am and stuff. All I can vouch and go on is what do I know? Now that makes me good. And okay, maybe I might be more knowledgeable than some. Okay, I'll accept that because I know for a fact I am. But there again, I also know there's a lot more out there who's more knowledgeable than I am. So, hey. I heard somebody hit a button on that one. Hey.
Yeah, that was me sending Jack, to a group, and I think
Jack, you haven't got Nick's opinion on ParaUnity yet.
Yeah, we're just kind of working.
That's Nick's turn on ParaUnity.
We're just kind of working towards Nick here because he's like rushed from work so far. Hasn't managed to get a word in edgeways yet.
Okay, just come over and say, look, dude.
Well, obviously, and I actually, Bill and Jacqueline, I think you guys have kind of known for the last 2 years, for the longest time, I was a huge, supporter for ParaUnity. Like, you saw me make posts and that kind of stuff. And, although a lot of people have had different opinions, and also a lot of people have kind of, given up on it, it's not necessarily that I've given up on it myself or anything like that. It's just more of, because, Bill, like you said about like all the drama and stuff that's going on, it's best, at least for me, to stay low with that term for a while until people start either believing it again or they start using it again. In other words, I'm just kind of going more with the crowd. But for the longest time, I used to try to spread that message to everybody and try to get other paranormal groups and investigators to forget about their differences, because I was literally saying that message saying, okay, I know we're not getting along here, but in the end, we're all fighting for the wrong reasons. We're all paranormal investigators. Let's focus on what we all want to do together, but let's stop fighting each other, especially for competition or for drama, especially. So,
oh gosh,
I'm kind of in between. I'm kind of in between it now, but I just haven't really made my full decision on what I think of ParaUnity compared to like what it was maybe 2 years ago when I first discovered it.
But ParaUnity, being an expert that I am, why do I want to associate myself with petty people like y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Now, go ahead. This is where you laugh. Now you're all supposed to laugh at this point.
Why am I? It's quite cool. You got that sort of.
Yeah, that echo is just crazy.
Has anybody got the sound turned up quite loud?
I haven't.
Like I said, we got an
echo.
I
have headphones on.
See, I just muted my whole system over here to make sure it wasn't me. So it's not me. I think
it's not me either.
I think what it is Ben is over there watching it live on the telephone or something, and it's coming through on the computer.
Yeah.
No, the computer's muted. Both laptops are muted.
Huh.
There's no noise coming from us whatsoever.
Okay, where's the mic? Where's the mic at?
We're just wondering if the noise is not.
Is the mic on? Is the mic on the laptop?
Yeah.
Do me a favor, Ben. Are you listening to it on the telephone?
We've literally listened to it just on this camera. Both laptops are muted.
Okay, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. With your head looking down, I thought maybe you were looking at a telephone or something, and the volume was on it because that's the only other way. Yeah, that's weird because it's Nick's fault.
Bless you.
And that's not an excuse because it didn't really start happening until Nick came on. Nick, do me a favor. Mute your mic just for the heck of it. Okay, now you can still hear us, right? Right.
Yeah, we've got quiet.
Okay, cool.
Hello.
It's not me then.
Nick, it's
we
you.
weren't speaking.
It was you, Nick, for some reason.
So, Kathy, how do you think?
Now it's not happening. Okay, now that's weird.
Okay.
Kathy, is there anything you think we can do to sort of help this? You know, it's just too much negativity in the field, isn't there? I think we've got a sound issue.
I think we should go around with sticks.
I think she's frozen.
Can you hear us, Kathy?
Yeah, I think Kathy's frozen.
Kathy's sound's gone.
She's not frozen. I see her moving.
Oh, no.
Well, sort of moving.
Kathy, hold up a finger if you can hear us.
Kathy, come home. Yay.
Earth to Berlin. Come in, Berlin. Earth to Berlin.
Oh, the sound's gone.
Oh,
that might have. Oh, the sound issue might have came from Kathy.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah.
Could have been. I think it was still Nick, and he's just trying to blame somebody else. Kathy, we cannot hear you, Kathy.
Can't hear you, Kathy.
Yeah, we can't hear you. So
it's gone quiet again. Oh, bless you.
We need to start using ESP. Extra stupid personality. Keep going.
Yeah, speaking of ESP and like the whole ParaUnity thing, you find like, you know, there's teams that go out and they fall out with somebody and then they're doing lives about it, calling them. And then the other group will call them and then it just gets mad, doesn't it?
Can you say, as the stomach turns, the biggest drama soap opera you can get?
Yeah.
With that, Jack, as well, what you have to understand is as well, with the whole thing that you were saying about people calling people out, me, you, Ben, Lou, Kathy, Vonnie, all of us lot, we've experienced it firsthand quite recently. With the whole
that's right.
We have, right? And the problem with that is you'll have one team that will go out there, they will call people out, and they'll give it, you know, I'm bigger than everybody else, you know, make sure you listen to our channel, rah, rah, rah. The other team, they don't respond because they're adult enough and they've got a better personality about them to sit there and go, you know what, say what you like about us, right? Yeah, actions speak louder than words. You can sit there and you can bitch and you can moan about us all you like, but you know what, we're gonna let our investigating and our research take over, like me, Ben and Lou do. We will sit there and we will plan shows and we will do shows. And if people, we had Annie Sidora on a little while ago, who is, by the way, probably one of, like, she's just amazing. The woman is amazing when she talks about stuff. She really is. Ben and Lou will back me up on that. She's absolutely amazing. We had some guy pop on the chat and was calling her out for being a witch and saying that she would be burnt at the stake and all this sort of thing.
So she was a witch. So what?
Exactly, Bill. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if she was a witch or not. You don't need to be. If you're putting negative, you're going to get negative back. And what I'm saying is like, people have to understand that ego and narcissism needs to be left at the door when you work with the paranormal.
Yes.
You need to sit there and reevaluate your own personality and your own person yourself. And if you can't the field, take yourself away from
we can do to sort of help us.
I'm sorry, we're on somebody else's stream. I don't know what it is.
I like what Justin says. They get the when they do live streaming, they've got the shows on, the faces on for the first 30 minutes of a live
It keeps
stream.
breaking up and going in and out and stuff. It's really.
Oh, you're back.
Nope, not anymore.
She's gone now. Oh my god.
Now we can see if it was her though. Now.
Yeah.
So that way, Wild Bill can. So that means I'm off the hook now, right, Wild Bill?
Not yet. Not yet. Because that second feed kind of lags a little bit. So I don't know. But,
I just want to say, I just want to also kind of speak for, Justin too, is that, yeah, you got people out there who just want to just see the actual paranormal activity occur. But I know some of you guys know that about almost 3 weeks ago now, we had that investigation at Wildwood Sanitarium where I filmed it entirely live. And we filmed for like 3-4 hours live on Facebook. And to my amazement, we had probably about 2 or 3 people who were actually willing to stay and watch the entire show, even if nothing was happening, because they were so fascinated by it. So, it's nice to know that there's people who are willing to watch the whole thing, even if nothing happens for a while. But again, you got those other people out there that just want to see the ghost stuff.
Well, I just want to jump in with what Damon was talking about, which is different than yours, Nick. But the deal with the haters and stuff, I mean, I guess I've been lucky. One of two things: either I have not been called out on it, or I have never heard nobody call me out on it.
Give it time.
But I just, Damon, don't even start. If you want to, we will open up the closet and bring the skeletons out.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh no.
So, anyways, but no, all kidding aside, like my grandmother always used to say, if you can't say nothing good about somebody, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
if they are as bad as what these people are trying to say, it's going to be found out without them saying anything about it.
Yeah, it's true.
So why? I mean, it's these people who throw the dirt and mud. It's simply because I think what it is. I got the word for it. Let me tell you what the word for it is. Jealousy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hang on.
What were you going to say, Damon?
I thought he was going to go with something more X-rated there. It begins with W.
No. This is a GP-rated show, so I'm keeping it. But always, I mean, even I would have said it anyways. But jealousy, they're jealous of that other thing. Now, if they are doing something that is faking something or something, like I said, don't say nothing. Now, you might say something to them privately or whatever, and let them know how you feel. But you don't launder your dirt. You don't put your dirty laundry out for everybody to see.
Yeah.
You keep it to yourself because, like I said, if it is true, it's going to be found out about. Because if they are faking, I mean, it's just like a good friend of mine's son, Jack Osborne. I loved his Portals to Hell until I found out that he faked an episode. And now I will not believe Jack anymore. Well, I didn't care for Jack much anyway. He was always a dick. But when he was younger, he was a dick. As he's gotten older with a wife, ex-wife, and a kid now, he finally matured out. But still, when I found out that he had faked that, I can only watch him now like I would watch Zach Baggins. And I would classify him like I do Zach Baggins, but the only one problem is that I know Jack, but I don't know Zach.
Okay.
So it kind of hurts me even more because I know him, and I thought, well, like I said, I knew him, and I've always said, like I said, he was a dick. So no, that worked out about right. He's holding true to course for me. So, but now Kelly, on the other hand, I was in lust with her. Even though she was a child, just as she got older,
yeah, okay, Bill. And
that was getting a little bit weird there. So, anyways, but on that though, people shouldn't be throwing mud and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. It shouldn't be. That did sound really bad because I can remember at the Lollapalooza concerts when she was, or Ozfest when she was only knee high to a toe frog, and I'm sitting there saying, hey, I'm just a dirty old man, okay?
Right, okay, Vaughn, what do you think of ParaUnity?
But on the ParaUnity, yeah, it just, I personally, and I'll close on this one on my own self, I don't think it will ever happen.
Right, no, I don't.
Oh my God.
Just think of me as wicked Uncle Ernie.
Oh, Alvin kills me.
Oh, he does.
Oh, here we go.
I think I got everybody kind of quiet on that one.
Yeah, just like to say I met Val for the first time the other week, and she's an amazing lady. The same level as me, but she could have had more time to chat before. Oh, bless you.
Oh, Bonnie.
Hello. I've been to a barbecue.
I like your hair. Let's change colour.
It's the same colour as it always is.
Oh, yeah.
It's just wet and tied up. I've just stuck it in a quickly.
Okay. It looks slightly different. Yeah. So, ParaUnity then, Vaughn.
Oh, don't even go there with me.
There you go. See, like I said.
It's my favourite subject.
The way she said it to it can't be good.
Yeah. Right. What ParaUnity?
Exactly.
I think there is small pockets of it, and I personally think that's how it'll stay.
But see, that's groups. That's within groups. ParaUnity to me means everybody.
Yeah.
It does to me.
You know, it means everybody
this is
to
the
me.
thing. And when people strive to do ParaUnity, and then like they miss out with the teams, which is what when they had the original ParaUnity, and someone left because they weren't happy with that and set up their own ParaUnity, and it didn't work, does it? Somehow.
See, there was a live feed I used to do that I loved that thing and everything, but then the drama that went with it, I had to bow out and stop doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, Jacqueline knows, but now all the drama from that team or from that particular thing are gone now. Don't even hardly hear nothing from them anymore.
No, that's
nothing from them. Jacqueline's about the only one I see anything from anymore. All the rest of them dropped out, which now I'm saying is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
Do that network now. I do it on my own, and I'm on the Things Network. So, it kind of,
As well, like when we talk about ParaUnity as well, since we've set up, because obviously we've like as a group, me, you, and Lou, a lot of us, like Bonnie, Kathy, we've all got closer through recently, and I didn't know that you guys. I thought that you guys were just placid creatures that were really nice, like really sort of placid creatures. I've seen the other side now. I mean, you really do, all of you.
See, I saw it about 3 years ago.
Yeah, but we kind of come. Right, if we're doing lives, we've got to be polite, and we're not being a-hole, as Bill will say. But when you're just chatting to people, mates or whatever, it's all good, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can be yourselves.
But that's why everyone should be like. Everyone should just drop this egotistical thing they got. I'm going to be the dude that makes all the decisions and that. Well, look at the other dimension. Right? The only way I can put it is because it's you learn from personal experience. Look at the other dimension. Me, Ben, and Lou. Right? None of us make a decision. We talk things through and we decide as a group.
No, Damon.
All right.
You're wrong, Damon. Lou just lets you two think y'all are deciding.
But at the end of the day, everyone drops this egotistical thing, like that I'm the best investigator and I've got the best evidence and I've done that. Take a step back, right, take a good check and a look at themselves in the mirror. Sit there and go, do you know what, right? I want to steer in the right way. Because if someone was to actually get that ParaUnity group going, where everybody sort of chipped in and everybody, it would be because you'd make so much more advances within the paranormal field if everyone dropped the ego, like Bill said, and like I said, if everyone dropped the ego, people will just be able to make leap and bounds forwards, and the field just gets to a point where the answer that we're all aiming to answer we'd be able to do it. You know?
Yeah, that's right. But I kind of feel like a lot of the
And you can't
issues,
say
like,
one.
well, someone
Well,
talking.
what happened there?
I don't know.
Nobody.
lot
Oh,
of
I
the
think that
issues.
might have been me.
Oh, hello. a lot of the issues are where people have worked in a team or they've worked with somebody, and then there's been something happened and it's caused an issue. And basically, it's great if you can kind of go on and get on with it separately, and you know the issues between you, and you've got to be professional with it.
Yeah.
If I could say something like that, I mean, that just happened to me a few months ago, like with, you know, I'm not going to say names, of course, but it was someone that used to be on our network who,
Oh,
you know,
God, yeah. That was
it was
big
someone,
one, wasn't it?
oh my God. And for me, I mean, most people don't even know that I actually took a full brunt of it. And I'll tell you, it was hell. It really took, it was that, if you guys remember, again, long story short, when I made that post that I had to leave the paranormal for a short while, that was the result of what happened. I mean, this was not just your typical drama issue that I had to deal with. It was far worse than what I've ever dealt with before. So that's why I had to disappear for a while. And in spite of that, you know, I was able to pick myself up, you know, continue forward, you know, on the Things Network, as well as, you know, getting back in line in the paranormal field.
Yeah. Seeing that is like live and let live, and it's a shame that people can't, you know. And it would just be nice just to get on, wasn't it?
Well,
you know,
just say something.
Yeah.
You can't live and let live because one person wants to be better than the other person. Da 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 da. Me, I'd rather be known as the person that don't know nothing. That way, you leave me alone. There is no drama, and you don't come and ask me questions. Now, if you come and ask me questions, I'll be honest and answer them and be truthful. Yeah. But if I keep a low profile, I don't have to worry about this drama. Because, like I said, Jacqueline, the group we were with before, I still considered the main two people as being that place. Yeah. And nobody else. Because, like, the other was when I identified themselves, oh, we are part of. And it's like, no, you're not. You're just like me. You're just a person that goes on there and gives them a live feed.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
All I was,
as far as I'm concerned, the actual people of that group is these two people, and that's it.
Three actually, or four. Yeah.
Yeah. You counting the wife? Are you counting the wife?
I think the problem is right. Yeah,
I only know of two main people, but that's what I'm saying.
It all comes down to one word, right? And this is what it all comes down to one word when it comes to the whole thing with this whole ParaUnity, right? Especially experience lately, it all comes down to professionalism. That's what it's all about, professionalism. Because at the end of the day, right? Do you honestly think the 11 players on the field of a football field who are getting paid thousands and thousands of pounds to kick around level ball all get along with each other? No, they don't. But they take their job seriously. They act professionally, and they go out and they work and they do their job, and then they have their differences afterwards. If a lot of people was to drop this, like we said, ego, and be professional and understand that when they're in this ParaUnity field, their number one goal is to be an investigator or
take your hatred away from the investigation.
Well, yeah, that's exactly. Be professional about it. When you're dealing with things that involve the paranormal, be a professional person about it. Doesn't matter about your differences that you have with other people. Doesn't matter if you don't like that person in general. Because you get along with everybody or you don't get along with people. It doesn't really matter. You've got to be professional as a whole and go, look, it's a job. I'm going to do this job. Leave my personal preferences to one side.
Well, I don't play well with others, but when I'm doing a certain thing, that is what I'm there for. So I will do that. Then once it's over, if I don't care about who I'm around or whatever, I have this thing that's sitting outside. It's called a car. I go get in it. I shut the door. I turn the key and I go home. I'm done. I'm over. But at least I was as you were saying, professional enough to do what I was there for, because I do get asked out every once in a while by, well, Bill, can you come? And sure, no problem. Even if I don't like them, I'll still just to see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I don't care about the group, or, well, first off, unless it's something good. If I don't care about them, I pretty much don't think about them. But I try to give everybody the respect, until you lose my respect. And the truth, as long as you're truthful to me, that's fine too. And please, with me, and people know me, don't sugarcoat stuff for me, because I'm sure as heck not going to do it for you.
Yeah.
Don't beat around the bush. Just bring the daggum horse out of the barn and say, here it is. Just Jesus Christ. Well, there. Hey, maybe I should call on somebody I know. But anyways, I didn't say that. I'm sorry, y'all. For y'all who believe, I believe also. But anyway, on that note, it's just.
Oh, bless you,
again, ParaUnity will never work because you got too many. I mean, I guess here's the way to wrap. It is hard for people like me, who knows everything, to put up with people that don't.
Yeah, got you.
And but yeah, I know everything. Yeah, right. See,
exactly.
This everything. This ego trip thing. How can you have an ego trip? Because man, I learn new stuff every day.
Every day's a school day.
I turn in on Lou and Ben and Damon.
Oh, the mind blowing.
And I learn something new. Sometimes I'm able actually to throw something in new. But at least we get each other to think. And see, that's in the paranormal field. That's what I'm in there for. I'm not in there for you to believe what I believe. I'm in there, and I might not believe what you believe, but I'm in there to get you to think, to get that mind going to where you will actually go in and investigate, research, and come up with your idea. And that's with ParaUnity, everybody could do that.
Yes.
And we could have a round robin. We could have a round robin, and just think how much you can learn from that.
Exactly.
And the other thing too that bothers me is, now this is the one that bothers me the most, really, out of everything, is the word paranormal. Paranormal is so much more than ghosts.
Yeah, it's UFOs, cryptids.
It's so much more than that. And to have a paranormal roundtable, I mean, like scrying, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Lou,
and I'm being serious. I know what. No, there's never an expert. Never an expert. You're always learning. Remember that, Jacqueline.
I know, that's why I said it.
I know. But all kidding aside, there's things that I know what they are, but I don't know how they work.
Yeah.
I mean, just recently, I really started looking into, as I call them, terror, TERROR, tarot card reading.
Yeah.
But tarot, I just recently, within the last couple of years, I've been really, I'm not going to say studying it, but to maybe trying to understand it. I'm not going to say I'm going to become a tarot card reader because, I'm not going to say that, but it's just, there's so much more out there. And if we could just get ParaUnity to where we could have like a round robin or something like that, that we could learn so much more. Because I guarantee you, Jacqueline, there's probably stuff in the paranormal you would really like to know about.
Yeah.
Vaughn, Nick,
I've spoken to a guy called
Kathy, Wild Bill, all of you.
I've spoken to a guy called Preston Dennett, and I spoke to him on one of the shows, and he's a really cool ufologist. Yeah. And my gosh, the information he knows about that field is unbelievable.
Believe it or not.
And then there's people at uni as well. I've spoken to Cal Cooper. My gosh, his knowledge, and speaking to these people who know so much.
I used to, believe it or not, I watch ufology more than I do paranormal.
Oh wow!
I'm more into ufology than I am paranormal, and I think I've got more than an ankle deep into the paranormal ghost field. I think I'm a little bit. I think I've got at least my feet wet. But I watched, and then cryptids. I love cryptids, but I think I love cryptids so much because of my background.
Yeah.
my nationality, whatever you want to call it, you know,
Oh, bless
because
you.
I have found out I am now considered over here as an indigenous.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh yeah, we got some more. We got some more liberal words out there now. We are no longer Native Americans. We are now the indigenous.
Okay.
PC thing.
You know, that's what they say. So, but anyways, but see, I'm into cryptids because of that, because my grandmother brought me up into it.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean, I believe in these little creepy crawly things that wander around the earth, that some are good, some are bad. Y'all might call brownies, we might call pixie. You know, there's, like I tell people, it's like, let's take a good one, Bigfoot. Let's take Bigfoot. Depending on where you're from, Bigfoot is called something else. I mean, like, look up in the Himalayas, and you got the Yeti.
Yeah.
Now you've got the Southwest United States. You've got Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Yeah.
Come down, then you got Bigfoot. Over here where I live at, you got the swamp ape. And people grow, but they all look different. It's like, yeah, but let's look at this. Look at the human race. There's this thing that was proven. It's called the Adam gene. Everybody in this world has got one gene that shows that there's life, their DNA originated in Africa.
Right, yeah.
But it's like they talk about how they all look alike. I said, do we all look alike? No, we don't. I said, you got some that's this, some that's that. I said, let's take it for instance. Let's go with a grizzly bear and a polar bear. I said, you see let's go with a black grizzly bear. Are you going to see a black grizzly bear in the Arctic or Antarctic? No, you're not, because that's a white background. He's going to stick out real good. But let's bring the polar bear down into the wooded area. Now he's going to stand out because he's completely white. I said, the paranormal in the paranormal field, the cryptids and stuff, are like the human race. They are a product of their environment.
Yeah.
They tend to be more like they like. For instance, like where I'm from, there's a lot of woods and stuff. We are not dark skinned like ones. It's like, if you're Native American, why don't you got dark skin like the ones out west do? Well, you know, we're living in the Smoky Mountains, pretty much trees all year round, kind of dark, always foggy. How do you think they got the name Smoky Mountains? Because in the valley, the fog is so low it looks like smoke. I said, we've got lighter skin. Now I said, you go out west, they don't have these trees. They have to get shade. They have to hide behind a cactus. I said, their skin's going to be darker and redder. I said, it's the product of the environment.
Yeah.
You know, I never really thought about that. I said, see, that's what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to think about it. Now, go out, get on your computer and research it and learn some stuff. And be honest, if I am wrong about anything I've said to you, and you find out proof that I was, do me a favor. Please come back and tell me. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to get upset. I love to be proved wrong because I do not want to think the wrong way. When I say something, I want to have my ducks in a row to where I can prove it. But if I can't, hey, you know, prove me wrong. You might get me thinking a different way. And if I think a different way on that one, it might become a chain reaction, which causes me to go back and look at other ones also.
Right. Okay. Anyway, we're going to be speaking more to Wild Bill tomorrow night between 8 and 9:30 on Things Network in Paranormal Path, where we find out about Wild Bill.
Oh, by the way, Jacqueline, real quick. Are y'all on y'all's saving daylight time yet? Because I need to know whether or not it's this tomorrow starting at 3 or 4.
It's an hour later.
So instead of starting it, so I'm not taking off 5 hours. I'll only be taking off 4 hours. So in other words, on my time, instead of starting at 3 o'clock, it's going to start at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
My time.
Yeah.
I'll touch bases with you at 3.
We'll sort it out. Yeah.
I'll touch bases with you at 3.
Yeah, we'll sort it all out. But yeah.
But yeah, if you want to hear any more from this crazy person, tune into her show tomorrow.
Me crazy?
I will.
Yeah.
Really sucker.
Bill, yeah, he's going to be doing his own show on Things Network as well.
On Thursday.
That's right.
So that's going to be interesting, isn't it?
So if I can sucker in,
we'll be right before our show.
3 times. If I can sucker people into 3 times in 1 week, I will feel. Oh, you talk about an ego.
Oh no!
Oh my God! Y'all will not even be able to even approach me. I will be unapproachable. And that's only if I only have one person on each feed. That don't matter. Just one person on each feed. At least I was followed 3 times.
Oh no! Smart. Yeah. Yeah, your show is Confessions of a Madman, isn't it? And it's going out what night?
Going out Thursday night, starting at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
I think it's 10 till 12 UK, isn't it?
Well, it should be. No, it'll be no, because you said we're only 4 hours, so it'll be 9 to 11.
Oh, okay.
UK time.
We'll check it out.
Because y'all went on that daylight system last weekend, which took an hour away, which now only makes y'all 4 hours ahead of us instead of 5 hours.
Oh, complicated.
It's weird. I know
we don't do time zones in the UK.
Y'all UK people.
We don't have to.
Y'all UK people got to screw up everything.
I wish I could say the same, that we don't have to do these either.
Yeah, because Nick, how many time zones have you got? My God.
Daylight savings time never made no sense
3.
to me because they
go 4.
You know, daylight savings time, they go, well, I always have, why do you do this? Well, we did this for the agricultural people, for the farmers. It's like, why? They really don't go by a clock. They get up before sunrise. They eat breakfast. They go out to the fields. They do their thing, eat lunch. Then they come in when it starts getting dark for dinner. No clock involved. And then I had one to go, well, we do it for the school kids. Okay, fine. We're making it so that they don't have to go to school in the dark. Marvelous. But now you got them coming home in the evening in the dark.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this problem? It's like, why don't you just get rid of it? It don't do nothing. It's not worth anything. When did daylight savings time even start? I know when I was growing up, it wasn't around. Our daylight savings time was called street lights.
No way.
It's like, wow, when it started getting darker earlier, street lights came on. Okay, fine, go home. During the summertime, it stays daylight longer. Fine, the street lights don't come until later on. When they come on, by that time, oh hell, I'm in trouble. I'm late.
Yeah.
So, anyways. Just
okay.
Isn't it funny what mankind will do? It's just so funny.
We did get a question earlier about, is there more of an issue in the US, the UK, or is this ParaUnity thing all over the world, do you think?
ParaUnity, it's more bad. The bad part, I would say it's more bad in the UK. Because at least over here in the US, at least we kind of get along together, and the ones that we don't get along with, we keep our mouth shut about. Don't you agree, Nick? Don't you agree, Nick? Really, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, sort of. I've always been, for the longest time, like I said earlier. I really felt like I was kind of like a spokesperson for it, because I tried really hard, honestly, to try to get people to forget those differences, regardless of where you live. But once drama starts, it's hard
the drama. Right. That's what I'm saying. I think there's more drama in the UK than there is in the US. And let me tell you why I think that is. The reason why I think that is, I got a Fire Stick that has been jailbroken, so I get a lot of the UK programs now. I can understand why y'all do more of the drama, because y'all's TV programs suck.
It's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with the drama. There are 3 things.
I guess nobody agrees with what I said about the TV program.
Listen, there's 3 things.
It's a statement.
There's 3 things. Number 1, we're good. we're good at messing everything up. We always mess everything up. We are the spokespeople for if it's not broke, don't fix it. But we still try to fix it. Number 2, we're really good at backing off of work. We will do anything we can do to get off of. Right, and number 3, which is the one, this is the reason why it's always drama, is because we are bloody good at moaning. We can moan about anything, English people, 100%, and that's why ParaUnity doesn't work in this country, because we moan about.
I agree. I think it is. I think
moaning's a good one. Yeah,
I think it is. I think it is worse in the UK. I really, really do, because over here, if you follow the US, because like I said, if you notice, I ain't been doing a lot of UK stuff like I used to. I'm kind of pulled away, and I'm trying to focus more on the US stuff, something where I'm local, where I can actually, I mean, you know, it's like when the UK teams, yeah, Wild Bill, come on out and join us. Oh, yeah, right. I'm going to swim across the Great Pond real quick and be there in a couple of days, you know? It's not that easy. So I kind of started concentrating more with the US branch, and to be able to get closer. And that way I can act like I've got some things planned to do this year later on. Cause like I said, you know, I don't do any outside stuff between the months of March and September, October, because it's just too hot for me with my health and everything. I can't do it, so I don't. Unless if it's indoors AC, then hey, we're talking. Yes, I can do that. But like I've got a Halloween party I'm going to be going to, you know. Nick knows about that one. It's from our buddy Robert. Going to Robert's party, you know. I got to go team up with Janie to attack Robert. But you know, just, you know, but where was that? Man, I hate it when that happens. My brain goes on a Bahama cruise and leaves me standing at the curb with the luggage. One of these days, I'm going to be able to make that trip.
Oh, pressure. Yeah, so it's been quite a discussion anyway, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Been an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance with ParaUnity, but
no chance.
You know, we'll all try and work at getting on with.
Why don't we try to be the best we can be, and maybe it will rub off on some people.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Here.
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
But you'll still get people to disagree with that.
And that's the ones you take with a grain of salt, and you say, okay, fine, whatever. And then that's when you go out, you open the car door, get in, turn the key, give it the gas, and go home.
Exactly.
You know, it's just, you know.
I just say something that my mom told me that will always stick in my mind. It will always be there with me. If you're doing something and you've got people hating on you and people have an opinion on you, that means you're doing something right. So carry on.
Well, you know what I like even better than that? When I got somebody hating on me and talking about me and stuff, I love it for one simple reason, because I know I'm stuck in their head. And I love that. I mean, to me, mental is the best part. Because see, I've got a degree in psychology. And I love to go mental. I love to play mind tricks. I do. And when you're hating on me and talking bad about me, and I'm sitting back smiling at you and nodding my head, yes, okay, you're right. All along, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm glad I've got that little office space rented in your mind. I don't plan on moving out anytime soon.
I love that.
Actually, Wild Bill has got a good point about about ParaUnity, because I totally agree with that, and that is the opinion I have. Where you either just walk away, but you're well aware of everything that's going on. You say nothing,
but don't throw it out as drama. Don't throw it out. Just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself and say nothing. And
because
it's like
it will be found out. It will be found out later on. One way or the other, it will come out. Just like people telling truth, you know. Yeah.
Well, it was like that little incident the other day with that certain person over a message I wrote. He was totally not expecting that from me.
Well, see,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, personally,
he was not expecting that from me.
Personally, I love trolls.
Don't even bring that up. We had that a few days ago.
Oh my gosh!
Nick,
Yeah,
Nick just put me on them because I love.
Yeah.
Nick, if you have another one, message me real quick. I'll jump on because those are the ones to give a good mind F to.
It's 3 of them.
No problems. Let me know when they're on again. I love them. I love them. I love them. God bless their pointed little heads. I love them.
But yeah, I want to thank everyone who's come on to have a chat. It's been brilliant. It really has. It's united us all, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, and you know we'll continue working together. And sorry, Kathy.
Like I said, just do the best you
Much
can.
words in because of technical issues, but it was nice to see you.
Yeah, just do the best you can. Be truthful, respectful, and then hopefully some of this will rub off on the bad ones. If not, they will get known and they will be casted to the side as they get to be known. Less and less people will start dealing with them. And before you know it, nobody is. So if they're doing anything, they're only doing it for their own self, nobody else.
And people do things like serial wise, like if they're not happy with one person about something, and then they'll go down the line, they're not happy with someone else or something, and
like if
they'll just carry on doing that. Like there's a person who's fell out with me for don't know whatever reason, and she was always moaning on her Facebook about people, and she blocks me on Facebook for no valid reason, even though I've got photos of me and her in a group. This is only kind of reason.
Well, it's just like on Facebook the other day, I found this person I've been dealing with for a long, long time, but I finally found their true colors of how they stood. Okay, completely against mine, but they have never, and they come back and they like stuff I put up and all this, but have they ever once come on and put anything bad on any of my stuff? No. Could they have? Yes, but they didn't. And then I'll be honest, I almost removed this person as a friend. And then I started thinking, I said, no, I'm not going to do that because I practice that just because you think differently to me does not mean we can't be friends. It's just we don't agree on that particular subject.
Yeah, that's right.
And I said, so I started thinking, it's like, I'm not going to remove him. Just because he thinks different than me, I'm being a hypocrite now because I'm going to remove him because of what he wrote on somebody else's thing.
Yeah.
I said, it wasn't even mine.
Oh, bless you.
He has never disrespected me in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and I have never disrespected him. So I said, as far as I'm concerned, we're still friends.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're still friends.
Damon?
I think the takeaway from all this is everyone has to understand is be the best version of yourself, and don't worry about what to do or what you're doing wrong. Always strive to be the best version of yourself, whether it's in the paranormal field or whether it's in your day-to-day life. You should always be nobody else.
At your job, it don't matter. Every day you should practice, like Damon's saying, 100%. I agree. Yeah. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about other people for them to be the best they can be that they're not. Let them work on it their own self. Your deal is to work on being the best you can be.
Yeah, just be humble.
That is my goal.
Treat yourself.
Be humble. No, I'd rather be conceited.
And that's the problem with the paranormal world. Goodbye, everyone.
Once upon a time, I thought I was perfect until I found out that conceit was a fault. So having a fault, I can no longer be perfect. So
that's right, Justin.
I'll just be almost perfect conceited. Okay. There's a really good quote that you can end the show with, Jack.
Go on then.
I read a book of his. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Carl Jung. He was a psychiatrist. He suffered from paranoid schizophrenia himself. He used to work in the field, and he said, "Do not influence others because you'll only end up influencing yourself in the process."
Yeah.
Justin said a good thing there as well. Care for the ones that care for you.
Definitely. That's right.
Yeah, I do. I care for my family. And my family can extend more than just my blood.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. You do get different families for whatever you do, whatever, you know. I've got a theatre family that, you know, like friends, and yeah.
Well, see,
But,
now
yeah.
I was going to say, I consider friends family. Otherwise, I consider you an acquaintance or, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But I want to thank everyone who's commented. I've tried to put most comments up, but thank you so much for taking part. Thanks to everybody who's appeared in the show as well.
Apologies for being late, everyone.
It's fine if you want to
Same
do
with me.
Never again shall you do that. You do it again.
I think if you want to work. But yeah, thank you for giving up your time and talk. You know, anyone who's given time, just thank you so much. And that's it, isn't it? But yeah, take care, everyone. Look after yourselves. Tomorrow I'm on with Wild Bill, so you can hear some more of his rantings. And Damon and Lou, what are you two up to?
What about us?
Yeah.
I think Ben's about 5'4". That's what he's up to. Lou's got to beat at 5'6".
Patreon, I'm doing a series at the moment about Jack the Ripper. So if you want to go and check that out, go over to Patreon.com/Other Dimension. Just sort of going through these and that. Ben at the moment is going through occult and science. He's doing all Egyptology. It is proper, like dense stuff. It's really, really, really good. I know Lou's got a explanation planned. Not this Thursday, the Thursday after maybe. So yeah, we've got a lot going on.
So we've got the Other Dimension, which is your group.
Yeah.
And then Thursday night.
On all of them. And
Thursday afternoon, we got some weirdo named Wild Bill coming back on again.
That's cool.
Is he on again?
Can you believe that? I mean, Friday, Monday, Thursday. I mean, can this guy not stop? Can he not understand we are this full of him? No more, please.
We have Von on Matrix Paranormal, if you want to follow that. Von. And Kathy is in North Books.
Yep.
North Buckinghamshire.
What is it?
North Bucks Paranormal.
North Books Paranormal.
North Bucks Paranormal.
And it's a shame we had such a issue with the sound and everything. Sorry about the technical issues with Kathy. But North Books Paranormal, so that's where you can meet us all. I'm Paranormal Path. So look after yourselves, everyone. Take care. Be nice and friendly.
Okay.
And Nick's on things.
Yeah, I'm on things, and you can also find me on my fan page of also Scary Stories Presented in the Dark, which I have a new audio series that's coming out later this month. In fact, Jacqueline is among one of the participants who participated in this project, so you can expect some new scary stories coming out next week or two.
Yeah. That's very cool. But thanks, everyone. Take care. Look after yourselves. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.